Welcome to the deep dive. We're absolutely thrilled you're joining us today.
Great to be here.
We are strapping in for what promises to be, well, an incredibly insightful journey right into the heart of B2B SEO in 2025.
Yeah, it's a fascinating topic right now.
It really is. And look, this isn't just about small tweaks or incremental changes anymore. We're talking about a landscape that's changing faster than ever.
Absolutely. It's ripe with new challenges for sure, but also, overflowing with some pretty incredible opportunities for growth if you know where to look.
That's the key, isn't it?
Uh,
So today, our mission really is to cut through all that noise for you. We've been meticulously devouring just a mountain of sources. I mean, everything from the latest big industry reports, think HubSpot, SageFrog.
The heavy hitters.
Exactly. All the way through to these really eye-opening real-world case studies from firms like SIA Profi, Triple Dart, MiroMind, Axon Garside.
Yeah, lots of practical stuff in there too.
Plus, crucial expert commentary from places like the Content Marketing Institute and Search Engine Journal. We've basically distilled it all down.
Saved you hundreds of pages of reading.
Pretty much. We've sifted through it all to give you the clearest, most actionable insights we possibly can.
Good stuff.
And just to kick things off with a bang, get this, here's a startling statistic that really sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about.
Okay, let's hear it.
Did you know that a staggering 91% of B2B buyers now actually prefer purchasing online?
Wow, 91%. That's huge. A massive shift.
It's almost universal. And organic search, the very thing we're diving into today, it isn't just, a nice-to-have channel.
Got it all.
It generates a whopping 44.6% of all revenue in B2B.
Nearly half. That's incredible.
Which makes it, hands down, the largest revenue-driving channel out there.
Undeniably.
So, our mission today isn't just throwing facts at you. It's about giving you a genuine shortcut to being really well-informed.
Right. Getting those aha moments.
Exactly. Those aha moments, but without, the information overload.
It's true. And what's truly fascinating here is just how rapidly this whole B2B digital landscape is evolving.
Yeah.
And frankly, how crucial it is now that we back every single strategic decision with fresh, relevant, robust data.
You can't just guess anymore.
No way. This isn't about just tweaking old strategies around the edges. It's really about recognizing and adapting to this fundamental shift in how businesses operate, how buyers engage.
So what's the goal for today, then?
Well, our ultimate goal for this deep dive is to go way beyond just understanding what is happening in B2B SEO right now.
Okay.
We want to really unravel the why it matters, what are the underlying forces at play, and crucially, what does it mean for your business?
Especially if you're aiming for growth next year.
Exactly, particularly if you're striving for meaningful growth in 2025. So we'll be meticulously exploring, everything from the nuances of evolving buyer behaviors,
Right.
the most effective content strategies today, the profound, often misunderstood impact of AI.
Oh, yeah, the AI question.
And that critical, undeniable role of quality over sheer quantity in every single aspect of B2B SEO.
Quality over quantity. That sounds like a theme.
It really is. Let's make sure you walk away truly well-equipped.
Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. Maybe for anyone who's a bit newer to this or just wants a quick refresher, B2B SEO, what is it fundamentally?
At its core, it's pretty straightforward. It's all about strategically driving relevant, high-quality organic traffic to your website.
Through search engines, mainly Google.
Exactly, through search engine rankings. And the ultimate goal, of course, is to consistently attract qualified leads.
People who are genuinely interested in what you offer.
Precisely. It's not just about showing up in search results. It's about showing up for the right people at the right time when they're actually looking for solutions like yours.
Makes sense.
Yep.
So why does it matter so much specifically for B2B?
Well, when you connect this to the bigger picture, the why it matters is incredibly compelling. It hits the bottom line in ways other channels often can't quite match.
Yeah.
So first, let's talk lead generation. B2B SEO isn't just, a minor player here. It actually accounts for a substantial 34% of all qualified leads for businesses.
A third. That's huge.
It is. That's a massive chunk of the sales pipeline being fed directly by organic search. It just underscores its pivotal role in bringing in prospects who are actively looking.
Wow. Okay, so leads are one thing. What about actual money? Revenue.
Right, and this is where SEO really, really shines in B2B, the revenue impact. Data consistently shows, we're talking bright edge, agency jet that SEO generates twice the revenue for B2B companies compared to any other marketing channel.
Twice the revenue, not just twice the leads.
Twice the revenue. Think about that ROI. And other sources like SEO Profile, they back this up. Finding organic search alone is responsible for that huge 44.6% of all revenue in B2B we mentioned earlier.
Okay, so it's not just effective, it's like financially foundational.
Exactly. Investing in SEO directly translates into significant financial returns. You really can't argue with those numbers.
And is there more to it than just leads and immediate sales?
Absolutely. Beyond the immediate stuff, a well-crafted B2B SEO strategy is essential for fostering demand creation and establishing brand authority.
The long game.
Precisely. By consistently showing up for relevant searches, by providing valuable, insightful content, you position your company as an industry thought leader.
The go-to resource.
Exactly. This builds long-term trust, credibility. It makes your business the name people think of first in your niche. It's about building a reputation that creates a sustained competitive advantage. It's really hard to replicate that.
Okay, let's unpack this next point because I feel like this is a really common misconception, one that can seriously derail strategies.
What's that?
The idea that B2B and B2C SEO are basically, two sides of the same coin.
Ah, yes. A classic mistake.
We need to be crystal clear. Here they are fundamentally, crucially different, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. It's not just a slight variation in tactics. It's an entirely different ballgame, really, from the ground up.
So why? Why are they so different? Let's break it down.
Okay, let's do it. And this distinction, it's not just academic. It profoundly influences everything. Your keyword strategy, your content formats, your metrics, everything. So, insights from Miromine, AgencyJet, Zigpull, others, they all point to a few key areas.
Right.
The first big one is the target audience. Who are you actually trying to reach?
Yeah.
In B2B, you're speaking to decision makers. These are professionals, procurement managers, maybe even whole committees. They're driven primarily by logic, by data, by long-term business value.
ROI, efficiency, solving business problems.
Exactly. They're making strategic investments, not, impulse buys. Whereas B2C, well, that targets individual consumers.
Us, basically, buying stuff online.
Pretty much. And those purchasing decisions, often influenced more by emotion, immediate gratification, maybe lifestyle trends. You're talking to a different part of the brain, fundamentally different motivations.
Okay, so audience is number one. What does that lead to?
Well, that fundamental difference creates this ripple effect. It immediately leads to much greater sales funnel complexity in B2B.
Right, because it's not just one person clicking buy now.
Not usually, no. B2B sales cycles are typically much longer, way more intricate. They often involve multiple stakeholders, tons of internal research, a whole consensus building process.
Right.
It can stretch out over months.
Yeah, buying enterprise software isn't like buying a pair of shoes.
Exactly. Think about the due diligence needed. B2C purchases, on the other hand, often quicker, maybe more impulsive, involve far fewer people, sometimes just one click.
So that longer, more complex funnel must change how you approach keywords.
Absolutely. Your keyword strategy has to reflect that nuance. For B2B, you're hunting for highly specific, high value, and often lower volume keywords.
Lower volume, that seems counterintuitive.
It does, but it makes sense because they reflect a very niche need and much higher intent. Think like enterprise cybersecurity solutions for financial institutions.
Very specific.
Right. That's not a casual search. That's someone with a serious business problem looking for a specific fix. B2C, though, thrives on broad, high-volume terms like best running shoes or cheap flights.
Gotcha. So B2B is about the quality and specificity of the intent, not just raw search numbers.
Precisely. That's paramount, which then dictates your content focus.
Okay, how so?
B2B prioritizes informative, concise, rigorously data-backed educational materials. We're talking expert insights, detailed case studies showing RI, original research, white papers, webinars.
Stuff that proves value and builds trust.
Exactly. The goal is building long-term relationships, establishing credibility, educating a sophisticated buyer. B2C content, comparatively, is often geared towards quicker sales. It might be more engaging, emotional, lighter, focusing on lifestyle benefits or immediate discounts.
That makes sense. And you mentioned trust. That sounds like it ties into EAT. Expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness.
Absolutely. EAT is non-negotiable in B2B, especially in what Google calls your money, your life, or YMYL industries.
Like finance, health, legal.
Right. Those areas where bad information could really harm someone's finances, health, or business operations, Google demands an incredibly high bar for credibility there.
So you really need to prove you know your stuff.
You do. Demonstrating deep expertise, industry authority, unwavering trustworthiness, it's vital for ranking well. And authenticity, having a unique spin, as Booster B2B SEO points out, that's key to standing out. You're not just selling a product, you're selling a credible solution backed by proven knowledge.
Okay, so audience, funnel, keywords, content, trust. What about how you measure success? The metrics.
Yeah, traffic expectations and metrics diverge significantly too. For B2B, it's all about quality over quantity.
Fewer visitors, but potentially much higher value per visitor.
Exactly. You might get fewer website visits than a big B2C site, but each visitor holds much higher potential value. One enterprise client could mean millions in revenue, right?
True.
So B2B metrics focus on things like lead generation, specifically qualified leads, time spent on high-value content pages, form submissions for demos or consultations, conversion rates for those high-value actions.
Tracking the whole journey.
Right, comprehensive customer journey tracking. B2C, however, often tracks total page views, bounce rates, direct online sales, reflecting their different, often shorter conversion paths. The fundamental focus is just entirely different. Hashtag 1.3, the unrivaled dominance of organic search.
That really clarifies the B2B versus B2C distinction, which brings us back to a really foundational point. The unrivaled dominance of organic search. We've touched on it, but let's really hammer home why SEO is absolutely paramount for B2B businesses. If you're wondering where to focus your efforts, the data seems pretty clear.
Oh, it's incredibly clear.
Yeah.
The sheer scale of Google's influence alone tells a story. Google holds, 84.9% of the search engine market share globally?
Something like that, yeah. Huge.
And some sources, like StatCounter via TripleDart, even put it higher, like 91.37% worldwide.
Basically, everyone uses Google.
Well, pretty much. It's not just dominance. It makes Google the undeniable main platform where your B2B audience is searching, asking questions, looking for solutions. If you're not visible there, well, you're effectively invisible to most potential customers.
And B2B buyers are definitely using search, right?
Oh, absolutely. When we dig deeper, we see just how ingrained online search is in their process. One source, CA Profile, highlights that 66%, two-thirds of B2B buyers in the U.S. start their research online before making any purchase decision.
They're doing their homework first.
Long before they talk to sales. They're comparing options, identifying vendors, and this online journey translates directly into a massive amount of traffic. BrightEdge reported that a huge 76% of all traffic to B2B websites comes from search engines.
76%? Wow. You can't ignore that.
You really can't. Imagine missing out on that volume. And crucially, organic search isn't just driving traffic, it's driving revenue.
We talked about that 44.6% figure.
Exactly. And W Promote found that 22% of B2B marketers agree it's the most effective revenue driver. Not just a driver, the most effective one.
Better than other channels.
That's what they're saying. It indicates a clear consensus among marketers that SEO delivers real financial value. And finally, when buyers are ready for information, Iseline points out that 63% of people say they visit websites directly to find what they need.
So your website needs to be the information hub.
Precisely. It emphasizes that your robust, well-optimized on-site content is central to their research. It's where they expect to find the detailed, trustworthy info that guides their decisions. Strong SEO for that content is just non-negotiable.
Okay, here's where I think it gets really interesting. We're moving beyond the what is SEO and into the how are B2B buyers actually making decisions in 2025.
Yeah, this is critical stuff.
Because it feels like it's not just a gradual shift anymore. It feels like a full-blown digital transformation of the buyer's journey, right? Fundamentally reshaping what marketers need to do.
You're absolutely right. The data truly paints this vivid picture of a deeply digital-first B2B buyer now. Remember that staggering 91% preferring to purchase online.
Yeah, from Amazon Business and CEO Profile. Still blows my mind.
It's huge. And VML reports that almost half, 49% of all B2B spending is now happening online.
So it's not just research, it's actual transactions.
Active transactional purchasing happening digitally, and this journey, it overwhelmingly starts online. 67% of B2B buyers begin their purchase journeys on the internet.
They're not waiting for a sales call.
No, they're proactively seeking solutions on their own terms. And when it comes to where they prefer to complete those purchases, Statista tells us 37% prefer using businesses' own websites.
So having a good e-commerce experience on your own site matters.
It really does. It's not just about discovery. It's about providing that seamless, trustworthy purchase experience directly.
And what about the research phase? How much content are they looking at?
That's particularly noteworthy and crucial for content strategy. B2B audiences typically consume around 4.5 pieces of content before they even think about reaching out to a salesperson.
4.5 pieces. So they're doing a lot of self-education first.
Exactly. It highlights this prolonged, self-directed research process. They're educating themselves, comparing solutions, building an internal business case, long before they want to engage directly with sales.
Which means your content needs to do a lot of the heavy lifting up front.
Precisely. It needs to inform, persuade, nurture them through those initial independent stages. Hashtag 2.2, the non-negotiable role of mobile optimization.
Okay, think about your own habits for a second. How often are you on your phone versus a desktop?
Probably more often on my phone these days, if I'm honest.
Me too. For most of us, it's almost constant, right? It's our primary gateway to information. And this isn't just a B2C thing anymore. Mobile optimization is absolutely non-negotiable in B2B now.
That's such a critical observation. Mobile isn't just a convenience or a secondary access point anymore.
It's often the main way people access the web.
Exactly. Statistic confirms almost half of all web traffic worldwide now comes from mobile.
Right.
But even more critically, CNBC projects that a massive 72.6% of internet users will access the web exclusively on mobile devices by the end of this year.
Exclusively on mobile. Wow.
Yeah. That mobile-first reality has profound implications for B2B.
But is the B2B mobile experience keeping up?
Well, that's the problem. There seems to be a clear user experience gap that businesses really need to address. VML reports that a significant 71% of B2B buyers wish they had a better experience on mobile.
3/4 basically want better mobile sites.
Exactly. And Sana adds that 29%, almost a third, specifically say mobile ordering is an area needing improvement on B2B websites.
So it's not just browsing, it's the actual transaction part too.
Right. This isn't just aesthetics. It's a fundamental frustration point that can absolutely hinder conversions.
And from an SEO perspective, how does Google see mobile?
It's not just about making things pretty. It's a fundamental SEO ranking factor. Google considers mobile friendliness a key ranking signal. It's not just a UX perk anymore.
So a bad mobile site can actually hurt your rankings.
Definitely. Websites with slow load times on mobile or ones that are hard to navigate are far more likely to have higher bounce rates. That signals to Google your site isn't providing a good experience, which negatively impacts rankings.
Okay, and does this connect to local search at all?
It does, especially for B2B businesses targeting specific geographical areas. Local SEO ties in directly here. Agency Jet highlights that 78% of local mobile searches result in an offline purchase.
Interesting. So a mobile search leads to an in-person or phone purchase.
Exactly. Which means if your mobile experience is subpar, if your site is slow, hard to navigate, doesn't give quick access to contact info, you're directly hurting your visibility, your user engagement, and ultimately your potential for both online and offline conversions. It's a comprehensive impact you just can't ignore. Hashtag 2.3, the AI revolution in B2B marketing.
Okay, so AI. It's the buzzword we hear everywhere. Maybe generates as much anxiety as it does excitement sometimes.
Definitely a hot topic.
How is it truly impacting B2B SEO in 2025 beyond just the hype? What are marketers actually doing with it?
It's a crucial question, and the data shows really rapid adoption. What's fascinating is the sheer speed of this change.
Well, how fast are we talking?
Well, CMI reports that 81% of B2B marketers are already using AI tools. That's a big jump from 72% just the previous year.
Wow, over 80% already, so it's pretty mainstream now.
It's getting there. And looking ahead, more than half of B2B marketers plan to prioritize AI specifically for automation tasks in 2025.
Automation. Like what specifically? What are the top uses?
HubSpot's data shows AI is primarily used for content creation, that's 35%, then data analysis at 30%, and workflow automation at 20%.
Content creation is the biggest one. Interesting.
It is. And Siege Media adds that 40% are using AI tools for overall strategies, like developing buyer personas.
For foundational stuff, too.
Right. And SageFrog points out coding as another significant use case, around 39%, so it's supporting technical functions as well as creative ones. It's definitely moving beyond just simple experiments into core operations.
So it's becoming a strategic priority then.
Looks that way. SageFrog predicts AI will be one of the key sales and marketing priorities for businesses in 2025. And HubSpot notes, 1 in 5 marketers plan to use AI agents to automate entire initiatives end-to-end strategy to execution.
Wow, AI running whole campaigns.
That's the vision for some. And the perceived impact on search itself is widely positive. 3 out of 4 marketers think AI-powered search engines will actually help their blogs rank better.
Really? Why?
Well, maybe by understanding content better or surfacing relevant information more effectively. And 68% believe their websites will see more traffic because of AI search. So there's definitely a strong belief that AI will be a net positive for visibility.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of potential, almost like a magic bullet for content and efficiency.
Hmm.
But it's not without challenges, right? There have to be downsides or hurdles.
Oh, absolutely. And this raises that important question. How do we navigate these new capabilities responsibly and effectively,
Yeah.
especially given this rapid adoption?
What's the biggest concern?
One major one, which can easily damage that trust B2B brands work so hard to build, is accuracy and trustworthiness.
Right. Can you trust what the AI generates?
Exactly. See Profile highlights that 30% of people feel AI-generated content isn't always reliable. They worry it could harm a business's relationship with its customers.
That's a serious risk in B2B.
It is. And CMI confirms this accuracy concerns are cited by 35% as the top reason marketers don't use AI tools more. It strikes right at the core of B2B credibility.
Okay, accuracy is one thing. What about the actual quality of the output? Is it any good?
Well, that's another pervasive issue. Quality underwhelmed. The data shows a big gap between aspiration and reality here.
How big?
Only a small 17% rate AI content output as excellent or very good, 44% say it's just good, and 35% rate only fair.
So mostly just okay, not great.
Pretty much. And Erica Heald, a marketing consultant, makes a great point. For AI to create truly exceptional content, companies need comprehensive content governance programs, meaning defining your unique brand voice, tone, style guides, robust fact-checking protocols, all that human-guided context and oversight. Without it, AI output often falls short of the nuanced, authoritative content B2B buyers actually expect.
So AI needs a good human editor, essentially.
Or at least a very strong framework to work within. We also see a clear difference between integration and experimentation.
How are most companies using AI right now?
Most, about 54%, are taking an ad hoc approach. They're experimenting, playing with tools, but not really applying it widely across core operations.
So not fully baked in yet.
No. Only 19% report that AI is fully integrated into their daily processes. Pam Didner, author of The Modern AI Marketer, advises a more strategic approach is needed. Train teams properly, incorporate AI into existing workflows, get C-suite buy-in.
Make it part of the system.
Right. Without that top-down support and structure, AI efforts risk staying fragmented and underutilized.
And this leads to, what was that phrase Ann Handley used?
The sea of seam, a great provocative term.
What's the warning there?
She warns that if marketers just offload their creativity to AI, that 43% who already struggle with differentiating their content, that number will only increase.
Because everyone will be using the same tools, getting similar outputs?
Exactly. Her advice is crystal clear and actionable. Use AI to automate the boring stuff. Don't offload your creativity to AI.
So use it for efficiency, not for the core creative thinking.
Precisely. The real insight for B2B isn't just using AI, but using it to elevate unique human insights and strategic thinking. Free up time for human strategists to focus on creating that truly exceptional, differentiated content. That's the challenge. Leverage AI for efficiency without sacrificing the unique voice and expertise that define your brand.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the why and the how of B2B buyers. Let's pivot to the what, the content itself. Content has always been king, queen, the whole court. Right? That's the refrain.
It certainly has.
But what's its specific impact in B2B in 2025? Is it still as powerful, or has its role maybe evolved with AI and changing behaviors?
The data strongly suggests content marketing isn't just powerful, it's really a foundational strategic imperative in B2B. CMI reports that 79%, almost 4 out of 5 B2B marketers already have a documented content marketing strategy.
So it's planned, deliberate effort for most.
Exactly, not just an afterthought. And what's truly fascinating is its direct, measurable impact on core business goals.
Like what? What results are companies seeing?
Well, content helped B2B companies grow brand awareness. That's for a huge 87% of marketers. It helped generate demand and leads for 74%. And it actually helped cut customer acquisition costs.
Making marketing budgets work harder.
Precisely. Plus, 62% use content to nurture subscribers, audiences, leads, moving them through the funnel. These aren't just vanity metrics. They're direct contributions to business growth and efficiency.
Okay, so the impact is clear. What about the cost versus benefit? Is it efficient?
Extremely. When we connect this to the bigger picture, the cost benefit is incredibly compelling. Demand metric highlights that content marketing costs 62% less and brings in 3 times more leads than traditional marketing approaches.
Wow, 62% less cost, 3x more leads. That's huge.
It's a massive efficiency game. It really solidifies its position as a highly effective, incredibly cost-efficient cornerstone of any modern B2B strategy. It's not just producing content, it's producing content that directly fuels business objectives and provides a superior ROI. Hashtag 3.2 optimal content formats for B2B.
So speaking of content, the way people consume information is always shifting. Are those long-form, super detailed articles still the undisputed gold standard for B2B?
That's a really important question about adapting to current preferences.
Or are buyers looking for something else now? Maybe quicker, more engaging, more visual? What formats are really cutting through?
Well, the answer is a bit nuanced. Long-form content definitely still has its place, and we can talk about its specific value, especially for things like backlinks.
Okay.
But the data does indicate a significant shift towards more digestible formats. Demand Gen, for instance, reports that 65%, nearly two-thirds of B2B buyers now prefer short-form content.
Like blog posts, infographics.
Exactly. Short, concise stuff. Long-form actually ranked third in their survey, and CMI supports this a massive 92% of marketers use short articles or posts. It just underscores their broad adoption and effectiveness. Brevity and clarity are highly valued.
Okay, so short form is popular. What else is working really well?
What's truly fascinating and just rapidly gaining ground is the undeniable power of video.
Ah, video. We keep hearing about it.
And for good reason. CMI rates videos as the most effective content format overall at 58%. WiseOwl and SEOProfi found 93% of marketers report a good ROI from video marketing.
93%. That's almost everyone seeing returns.
It is. HubSpot also definitively calls video the media format with the highest ROI. And buyers agree. Isoline found 55% consider video the most helpful content type.
So marketers see ROI, buyers find it helpful. Win-win.
Exactly. And the trend is only accelerating. 61% of B2B businesses plan to increase their investment in videos in 2025. It signifies its growing strategic importance. Think explainer videos, product demos, thought leadership interviews. It's just a great way to convey complex info engagingly.
Okay, video is huge. What else stands out?
Beyond video, we see really strong defensible results from original research and free tools.
Original research, like industry reports.
Exactly. StrataBeat's research showed websites publishing original research saw an average 42.2% growth in backlinks. Almost 97% gained more links overall.
Because it positions you as an authority, a primary source.
Precisely. Others want to cite you. Similarly, offering free online tools like ROI calculators or total cost of ownership calculators can significantly boost organic traffic. StrataBeat reported a 35.6% year-over-year traffic increase for sites integrating those useful tools.
They provide tangible value.
Exactly. They're not just lead magnets, they demonstrate expertise and utility. And finally, don't forget case studies and customer stories. They remain incredibly effective. CMI noted 75% of marketers use them, ranking them second most effective after video.
Proof points, showing you can deliver results.
Right. All these formats, video, research, tools, case studies, they speak directly to that B2B buyer's deep need for demonstrable value, verifiable data, and concrete proof before making a big investment.
Now, this next point might surprise some listeners. SEO and thought leadership often seen as totally separate things, right?
Yeah, they often live in different departments even.
But our deep dive reveals they're actually a powerful, synergistic couple for B2B. Why are they such a perfect match? How do they amplify each other?
It's a brilliant synergy, really. And what's truly fascinating is how beautifully these two seemingly distinct fields complement each other.
How so?
Well, as Boost Your B2B SEO puts it, if B2B SEO tells you what to write, B2B thought leadership tells you how to write it.
Ah, okay. SEO finds the topic, thought leadership provides the angle.
Kind of. SEO is about getting your unique ideas out there, making them discoverable by the right audience. Thought leadership makes that content memorable, engaging, impactful, compelling people to learn more, trust you, engage with your brand. You really need both for a truly successful B2B content strategy.
Does SEO limit creativity, though, if you're writing for keywords?
That's a common concern, but it can actually unlock creativity. Yes, keywords impose some limits, but they also define the problem space. They let you focus your creative energy on exploring what's possible and insightful within those specific constraints.
So structure can free you up, in a way.
Exactly. Viola Eva from Flow SEO says you need to marry your SEO content with branding, a unique voice, and thought leadership. It's not about being restricted, it's about being the smartest, most authoritative voice in that specific niche. B2B buyers expect genuine value and deep expertise, not generic, keyword-stuffed fluff.
Right. They want real insight.
which aligns perfectly with the core goals of both SEO and thought leadership in B2B quality and specificity.
Not just chasing page views.
Yeah, exactly. B2B SEO isn't about maximizing page views for ad revenue like some B2C models. It's fundamentally about attracting the right prospects, those high-value individuals needing your specific solutions. Thought leadership embraces this by going deep, getting granular, being the most insightful voice in your specialized niche. You're digging into complex problems your prospects care about. Depth, not just breadth.
And this combination drives results.
Ultimately, yes. Combining these two allows thought leadership to tie directly into measurable business outcomes. It's a powerful way to execute B2B SEO, provided, and this is key, there's proper coordination between marketing, sales, and product teams.
Everyone needs to be on the same page.
Right. Eric Semdahl from the Institute for Corporate Productivity emphasizes that true thought leadership isn't just presenting info, it's about leading your audience somewhere with a clear purpose and call to action, guiding them to a deeper understanding and ultimately a solution.
Are there examples of companies doing this well?
Yeah, a couple mentioned in the source material. Better Works, for instance. They built a central pillar page, a really comprehensive guide around the concept of OKRs, objectives, and key results.
A big topic in management.
Exactly. And this single piece of thought leadership effectively structures their whole site around that expertise, boosting their rankings significantly. Another one is Coursera. They used internal experts and external partners to create multifaceted thought leadership aimed specifically at Fortune 500 buyers.
So, targeted thought leadership with strong SEO.
Precisely. Without the SEO, their great content might not get found. Without the thought leadership, the SEO traffic might not find real insight. It's really a choose-both situation where the sum is definitely greater than its parts. Hashtag TAG 3.4, the investment in quality content.
That's a powerful case for quality over quantity and for being strategic. But let's be real for a minute. What does it actually take to produce this kind of high-quality impact for content consistently? What kind of investment are we talking about? Budget, people.
That's a crucial question, hitting on a common challenge. The data is pretty clear that budget matters significantly when it comes to content quality and success.
How much does it matter?
Well, Siege Media found companies spending more than $4,000 per post are 2.6 times more likely to call their strategy very successful compared to those spending under $500.
Wow, that's a huge difference. So you get what you pay for, basically.
It strongly suggests that there's a clear correlation between strategic investment and measurable success. And looking at current trends, over half, 53.1%, plan to allocate between $550 and $2,000 per content asset this year. It's increasingly seen as a necessary strategic investment, not just discretionary spending.
Okay, so budget is one piece. What about the teams doing the work?
Having dedicated teams is another key differentiator. CMI reports 76% of organizations now have a dedicated content marketing team, or at least one dedicated person.
That seems pretty high.
It is, but there's a nuance. The majority, 54%, say these teams are actually quite small, like 2 to 5 people.
So they might be stretched thin.
Potentially, yeah. And even more concerning, 24%, almost a quarter of B2B respondents, admit they don't have dedicated content teams at all. They rely on multiple teams juggling it, or just whoever was available.
That sounds chaotic.
It often leads to that fragmented, ad hoc approach, reactive, scattershot tactics that struggle to get consistent results. It really reinforces the need for focused, well-resourced content efforts where people can specialize and hone their craft, rather than content being just another task on someone's already full plate.
All right, so we've established B2B SEO and content marketing require significant investment, strategic thinking, dedicated resources. It sounds like a lot of work, frankly.
It certainly can be.
It's clearly not easy. What are the biggest hurdles B2B marketers are typically facing when trying to make all this happen effectively? What keeps tripping them up?
It's true. There are definitely persistent challenges. And what's fascinating is that many aren't new. They're kind of systemic issues organizations keep grappling with.
Like, what's the number one issue?
The most frequently cited challenge, not directly related to the creative part, is a pervasive lack of resources, specifically time, adequate budget, and enough skilled people.
The classic trio.
Yeah.
Time, money, people.
Exactly. CMI indicates 54% struggle with this, and it was basically the same last year at 58%. It's an ongoing structural problem that really inhibits innovation and consistent execution.
Okay, lack of resources. What else?
Another big one, often frustrating, is measuring ROI, proving the value. 47% find measuring the actual results of their content efforts challenging, and 56%, over half, specifically struggle to attribute a clear return on investment to content marketing.
Why is it so hard to measure?
While Amy Higgins from Cloudflare offered a key insight, many marketers fail to count both creation and distribution costs accurately. They might only look at distribution.
So they're not getting the full picture of the investment.
Right, and that incomplete picture can severely skew ROI calculations, making it harder to prove value and get future budget.
Makes sense. What other struggles are common?
Aligning content is another big one. Aligning it with the customer journey and aligning it across internal teams.
Silos again?
Pretty much. CMI and Zigpool report 45% find it challenging to align content with specific buyer journey stages, and 43% have difficulty aligning content strategies and messaging across sales and marketing.
So marketing creates content sales doesn't use, or vice versa.
Often, yeah. It highlights those internal communication and strategic alignment gaps that prevent a cohesive customer experience. If sales isn't bought in or marketing isn't supporting sales needs, the whole engine just sputters.
Okay. Resources, ROI, alignment. Are there challenges with the content creation itself?
Yes. The most cited content creation challenge by 55% is creating content that prompts a desired action, getting people to actually do something.
The conversion piece.
Exactly. And Anne Hanley has great advice here. She says we need to rethink the messy muddle of attribution because the B2B buyer journey is that squiggly scribble, not a straight line.
So don't just track one download.
Right. Instead of just tracking a white paper download, focus on more meaningful downstream metrics, like did they sign up for the newsletter after the download? Did a customer mention finding that content valuable? Look at the bigger impact beyond immediate clicks.
A more holistic view. Got it. Anything else?
One more big one, scalability. Nearly half, 45%, lack a scalable model for content creation.
They can't produce quality content consistently at scale.
Right. And Andy Robinson, a content strategist, warns this risks creating bottlenecks, content misalignment with strategy, and inconsistent brand messaging. It underscores the need for a structured, repeatable framework so content efforts can grow efficiently.
Okay, this next one feels a bit counterintuitive. You'd think targeting those high-intent keywords, the ones signaling someone is actively looking for a solution, maybe using words like pricing or compare, would lead straight to a sale. Like, that's the goal, right?
You'd certainly think so. Seems logical.
But apparently that's not always the case in B2B. Our sources talk about a B2B SEO trap. Can you explain this? What is this trap?
Yeah, it's a really important insight highlighted very well by Corey Morris in Search Engine Journal. The core idea is that not all high-intent visibility immediately translates to sales-ready traffic.
Meaning, even if they search for buy X software, they might not be ready to buy right now.
Exactly. Even when B2B searchers use those bottom-of-funnel terms, they're often still researching, comparing, or gathering info, not buying right at that moment.
Why? What might they be doing?
They could be exploring solutions for a future budget cycle, building an internal presentation to get buy-in from stakeholders, maybe just checking options to understand the market landscape. They're not necessarily poised to convert immediately.
Okay, so intent isn't the same as urgency.
Precisely. And what's truly fascinating here is how user behavior is inherently messy and unpredictable. Morris points out there are just too many variables impacting someone's conversion decision.
Like what?
He gives examples like people filling out forms while distracted on a call, or keeping tabs open on solutions for months before revisiting. And with AI search potentially adding more layers, he predicts we'll see myriad behaviors and paths that we couldn't have anticipated. Simple, linear funnel assumptions just become increasingly unreliable.
It's that squiggly scribble journey again.
Exactly. It's rarely a straight line. It's winding, looping, multi-device.
So what does this mean for calls to action, like request a quote?
It means that one-size-fits-all CTAs often fail in B2B. Just slapping a generic request a quote or book a demo button everywhere can be a big misstep.
Why? Seems direct.
Because if a prospect isn't genuinely sales ready, if they're still researching, pushing aggressively for a demo can just alienate them.
Turn them off completely.
Right. So the strategic imperative is to offer other valuable points of engagement. Invitations to educational webinars, content subscriptions for ongoing insights, useful guides, interactive tools, things that allow you to keep engaging and nurturing leads who are still researching. Keep them warm, build trust over time until they are ready for that sales conversation.
So Nurture. Don't just push for the close immediately.
Exactly. The focus needs to shift profoundly towards using content to build trust and qualification, not just capture immediate form fills.
What happens if you rush them?
Rushing someone to a form often leads to those discrepancies between marketing qualified leads, MQLs, and sales qualified leads, SQLs. Marketing sends over lead sales deems unqualified, wasting everyone's time.
The classic MQL SQL disconnect.
Right. Instead, building trust through genuinely high-quality content, being transparent, maybe even about pricing or appropriate setting clear expectations, that leads to higher conversion rates to actual customers. Quality engagement trumps quantity of forms.
Okay, so how should we structure content then, if not strictly by funnel stage?
Think more about structuring content around intent clusters, not just rigid funnel stages.
Intent clusters. Meaning?
Think about the specific questions users are asking at each phase of their actual journey. What problems are they trying to solve right now? What info do they need to present internally? Don't assume too much about their knowledge or sales readiness. This helps you anticipate diverse needs, fill content gaps, and serve both traditional search and AI search more effectively.
And what about reaching people who aren't the final decision maker? Is that wasted effort?
No, absolutely not. That's the final point here. Educating gatekeepers is crucial. You can't always control who visits your site. Traffic from RFP committees, executive assistants, junior team members researching options, even AI systems doing initial scans. It isn't wasted effort.
Why not?
Because building authority and being genuinely helpful with your content ensures that critical information can still reach the ultimate decision maker, maybe indirectly through internal champions. The value extends way beyond immediate directly attributable conversions. It builds your brand's entire authority ecosystem, hashtag 4.3, measuring B2B SEO ROI. Effectively.
Okay, given all those struggles we talked about, lack of resources, difficulty measuring, the B2B SEO trap, how do companies effectively measure SEO's true value? How do you prove ROI in this complex, nuanced environment?
It's definitely a critical challenge, but what's fascinating is that despite the perceived struggles, the ROI from B2B SEO, when measured correctly, can be incredibly impressive.
How impressive.
Well, SEO Profile reported that in B2B SaaS, the average ROI from SEO is a stunning 702%.
700% ROI.
Seriously. With a break-even time of just 7 months on average, that's an extraordinary return. And Databox noted 70% of marketers say SEO actually generates more sales than PPC.
More than paid search. Wow.
Yeah, which many see as the direct response king. And conversion rates. First Page Sage found average B2B SEO conversion rates range from 1.1% up to 7.4% across industries. So the potential is clearly there.
Okay, the potential ROI is huge. But how do you actually track and attribute that value accurately, given the complexity?
It really starts with KPI alignment. Zigpol emphasizes you must establish clear, key performance indicators that directly align your SEO activities with overarching business goals.
So moving beyond just traffic and rankings.
Absolutely. Focus on things like lead quality, pipeline influence, account engagement metrics that the sales team actually cares about. Demonstrate how SEO contributes to the entire sales funnel, not just the top.
How do you track that effectively?
Through integrated tracking. This is essential. You need to seamlessly integrate your SEO data with your CRM like HubSpot or Salesforce and your marketing automation systems.
So you can follow the lead all the way through.
Exactly. Track organic lead attribution throughout the entire customer journey, from their initial search query right through to a closed deal. Use call tracking for phone inquiries, detailed form analytics, behavior flow reports in your analytics. Get a granular view of conversions driven by organic search. Connect every organic touchpoint to its ultimate business value.
Is there one magic metric everyone should use?
Not really. When it comes to diverse metrics, Agency Jet's survey showed there's no single perfect metric. 46% use 3 to 5 metrics, while 40% use 6 to 10.
So it depends on the business and goals.
Precisely. It highlights the importance of tailoring your metrics dashboard to your specific goals and the nuances of your buyer's journey. For one company, lead quality might be key. For another, influencing large accounts. Ultimately, though, it all boils down to honest reporting.
Transparency.
Right. B2B SEO specialists need to provide transparent, accurate, easy-to-understand analytics reports. Keep clients and internal stakeholders fully informed on the true progress and effectiveness. Move beyond superficial metrics to articulate the real business impact. That builds trust and clarity.
Okay, we've covered content, strategy, challenges, ROI. But beyond all that, the fundamental technical foundation of a B2B website itself is crucial, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely critical.
It's like the invisible scaffolding holding everything up. If it's weak, the whole structure can crumble no matter how brilliant the content is.
That's a perfect analogy. What's fascinating is that without that solid technical foundation, even the most amazing content can struggle to be seen, indexed, and ranked effectively by search engines.
So what's the key best practice here?
Conduct regular, thorough, technical SEO audits. This cannot be overstated. Use tools like Screaming Frog, HEMrush Site Audit, RF Site Audit. They're indispensable.
What do these audits find?
They systematically identify and diagnose critical issues, things like crawl errors, broken links, inefficient redirect chains, persistently slow page load speeds, all the technical stuff that can severely hinder visibility and hurt user experience. It's ongoing maintenance, not a one-time fix.
Say regular audits. What else technically matters?
Proper site structure is absolutely essential. This involves optimizing your URL hierarchy so it's logical and intuitive.
Clean URLs.
Clean, descriptive URLs, yes. Plus, creating robust, thoughtful internal linking between related content pieces and implementing clear breadcrumb navigation. All this helps both users and search engines navigate your site easily and understand how pages relate to each other.
What about things like schema markup? Is that important?
Increasingly critical. Implementing schema markup or structured data provides search engines with explicit information about your content. This can significantly enhance your eligibility for rich snippets in search results.
Making your results stand out more.
Exactly. More informative, more attractive, improving click-through rates. And finally, two fundamentals that are now absolute must-haves: page load speed and mobile responsiveness.
We talked about mobile earlier. Speed is just as important.
Just as important. These aren't just nice UX perks. They are core ranking factors for Google. Slow sites or poor mobile experiences will be penalized.
So, technical SEO needs close collaboration with developers.
Absolutely crucial. Collaborate closely and consistently with your developers, your IT team. Embed SEO best practices into every website update, every platform migration, every design refresh. Technical SEO ensures all your other efforts have a strong, visible platform to stand on. Hashtag tag 5YAT2, mastering keyword research for B2B success.
Right, we touched on keywords earlier, how B2B needs those low-volume, high-value ones, quality over quantity.
Yes, exactly.
But that begs the question, how do you actually find the right ones among all the noise? It's clearly not about casting a wide net. It's about precision targeting.
That's a vital strategic question. The core principle for success here is to focus intensely on keyword relevance and buyer intent, rather than just volume alone.
Intent over volume.
Right. Move beyond generic terms. Target highly specific, long-tail semantic keywords that align directly with the complex needs of B2B buyers. Instead of just software, think enterprise cloud ERP software for mid-sized manufacturers.
Much more specific, much higher intent.
Exactly. And to get that precision, buyer persona alignment is crucial. Use your detailed buyer personas to map out keywords for different stages of their journey.
What questions are they asking at each stage?
Precisely. Understanding their information needs lets you target keywords that will genuinely resonate. And for tools, yes, B2B-specific keyword research tools like SEMrush and Ahrefs are invaluable. They help uncover new terms, analyze competitors, find gaps.
But it's not just about tools, is it?
No, definitely not. Leveraging visitor feedback is also key, maybe through on-site surveys, customer interviews. This helps identify the actual language buyers use, uncovering those underutilized, high-intent concepts your competitors might be missing.
Hearing it directly from the source.
Exactly. And finally, effective keyword research involves clear search intent categorization.
Grouping keywords by intent.
Yeah, group them by whether the intent is informational, learning, navigational, finding a specific site, commercial, researching solutions, or transactional, ready to buy.
Like how to choose a vendor versus buy project management software.
Perfect examples. How to choose is informational, early stage. Buy software is transactional, bottom of funnel. This structured approach ensures your content precisely addresses a specific need in the journey, making it much more impactful and likely to convert that intent. Hashtag tag 5.3, building authority through link building.
Okay, let's unpack this one. Backlinks. They've been fundamental to SEO forever, it feels like.
Yeah.
Still critical for authority.
Absolutely critical, yes, especially in B2B.
But how do B2B companies, especially in really niche industries, actually earn those high-quality links? It can feel like a huge challenge when you're not creating, viral cat videos.
It's true. Acquiring quality links in B2B is a unique challenge, but also a massive opportunity for those who get it right. What's truly fascinating is the sheer backlink gap that exists.
Meaning
Agency Jet revealed that a striking 93% of B2B content lacks backlinks.
93%. So most B2B content isn't getting any link love.
Pretty much. It highlights a huge area for improvement and a significant competitive advantage if you're willing to invest strategically in link building. Most content just isn't earning the authority it could.
So how do you earn them? What works?
One of the clearest paths is through long-form content. We mentioned it briefly before. Articles over 3,000 words consistently generate significantly more backlinks, like 77.2% more than shorter pieces.
Because they're comprehensive, authoritative resources.
Exactly. When your content thoroughly answers a complex question or provides a unique, deep perspective, others in your industry naturally want to reference it. It becomes a go-to resource.
Okay, so create great, deep content. But can you be more proactive?
Absolutely. Strategic approaches are key. Zigpol suggests developing compelling, truly link-worthy content assets that others want to link to.
Like what kind of assets?
Think original research industry surveys, proprietary data, market reports. Journalists and industry publications love that stuff. Benchmarking reports data allowing companies to compare performance. Also incredibly valuable and linkable. And detailed case studies showing proven results.
Things that provide unique value.
Exactly. You can also host webinars with industry leaders, creates natural co-promotion and backlink opportunities. Do strategic guest posting on reputable B2B sites, not just any blog. And don't forget your existing relationships.
Like asking customers for links.
Yeah, requesting testimonial backlinks from satisfied customers, partners, suppliers. It can be a low-effort, high-impact strategy. These targeted, proactive efforts are essential for building domain authority and improving rankings in competitive B2B niches. Hashtag 5.4, fostering internal collaboration for cohesive strategies.
We keep hearing about those internal silos, marketing doing one thing, sales doing another. How can those divisions hinder SEO and content effectiveness?
Oh, massively. Those internal walls can seriously dilute messaging and hinder overall effectiveness.
So how do B2B companies actually break them down? How do you make SEO and content truly cohesive, get everyone pulling in the same direction?
That's such an important question because fostering internal collaboration is foundational. What's fascinating is often the biggest barriers aren't external competitors, they're internal structures.
Where do you start?
A critical first step is developing and sharing detailed buyer personas. Agency Jet points out these are vital for both sales and marketing to share. It ensures a unified understanding of the ideal customer, their pain points, their journey.
Get everyone speaking the same language about the customer.
Exactly. When both teams operate from that shared understanding, efforts become much more aligned, reducing friction, improving targeting.
What else is needed besides shared personas?
Actively aligning goals cross-functionally. Zigpol emphasizes collaborating not just within marketing, but crucially with sales, with product development, even with leadership.
Get buy-in from the top and across departments?
Right. This ensures SEO objectives aren't operating in a vacuum, but are supported, integrated, and understood in relation to broader business goals.
Yeah.
Creates shared ownership.
And understanding the sales process itself.
Crucial. A deep, shared understanding of the sales cycle is vital. Engaging both marketing and sales in mapping that funnel offers invaluable insights.
Ow.
Marketing learns about sales objections, common questions informing content creation. Sales learns about the content resources available to help them nurture leads at different stages. This shared knowledge improves the whole customer journey, ensuring content is leveraged strategically.
That makes sense. You mentioned Robert Rose earlier in his Fixing Things trap.
Ah, yes, a powerful observation from Robert Rose at CMI. He notes that on many teams, 100% of time and resources go to fixing or maintaining things.
Just keeping the lights on, basically. No room for innovation.
Exactly. It completely stifles innovation. To break that cycle, he advocates creating a content orchestration approach.
Sounds fancy. What does it mean?
It's not glamorous work, actually. It involves meticulously fixing communication channels, streamlining collaboration processes, ensuring deep alignment among all teams involved in content creation, consumption, publishing, measurement.
Building the underlying system for content to flow smoothly.
Precisely. Creating a unified system where content flows seamlessly and strategically rather than being patched together. This behind-the-scenes work is what truly elevates an organization, allowing them to innovate instead of just react.
Okay, looking ahead now, the rest of 2025, maybe beyond. With all these changes in buyers, content, AI, where are B2B marketers planning to put their money and effort? What are the top investment areas?
It's a great question, and what's truly fascinating is a clear trend toward increased investment. It signals this growing, confident recognition of content and SEO's foundational value.
So budgets are going up.
Seems like it. CMI reports 46% of B2B marketers expect their content marketing budget to increase in 2025. And HubSpot and SEO Profile confirm this broader trend. 88% plan to either maintain or increase budgets for search-related efforts.
Okay, so strong commitment overall. Where specifically is that money going?
When we dig into the top specific investment areas, video is clearly leading the pack again, reinforces its effectiveness. 61% plan to increase investment in videos in 2025.
Video's number one. What's next?
Close behind is thought leadership content at 52%, still a huge need for unique, authoritative perspectives. And then there's a significant focus on AI.
AI for what?
40% plan to increase investment in AI for content optimization and performance, and 39% for AI in content creation, reflects that dual need, engaging content and efficient data-driven processes.
What about broader goals like brand awareness?
Still a high priority. HubSpot reports 92% plan to maintain or increase investments in brand awareness in 2025, shows that long-term strategic view beyond just immediate leads. A strong brand builds loyalty and simplifies future marketing.
Any outlook on team size? Are teams growing?
Some optimism there, too. 27% think their team will grow in 2025, driven by increasing understanding of content's power and just general organizational growth, suggests a positive outlook for in-house expertise.
Last point here, but a crucial one. Google doesn't stand still for a second, does it? Algorithms are constantly changing.
Never a dull moment in SEO.
So our strategies can't stand still either. It's constant evolution, sometimes big shifts. How do B2B companies stay agile? How do you adapt effectively to those inevitable, often impactful algorithm updates?
That's such an important question because constant change is the only constant. What's fascinating is that search engine algorithms change frequently, affecting website rankings, as Agency Jet reminds us. It's not if an update happens, but when and how it impacts you.
So you can't just react frantically every time.
No, panic is rarely a good strategy. The key is not chasing every minor fluctuation, but building a resilient SEO foundation.
What does that look like?
Zigpul advises focusing intensely on high-quality, truly user-centric content that solves problems and provides real value. Pair that with maintaining excellent technical health, fast, mobile-friendly, error-free site, and consistently focus on building high-quality, relevant backlinks, those votes of confidence.
The fundamentals.
Yeah.
Content, technical authority.
Exactly. These core elements create a robust base that's inherently less susceptible to drastic negative impacts from updates. It's about playing the long game with solid fundamentals.
Okay, strong foundation. What else is needed to stay agile?
Beyond that, proactive monitoring and agility are absolutely critical. You need to regularly monitor your ranking fluctuations, keep a close eye on site traffic, track user behavior, detect and diagnose any sudden impacts quickly.
So keeping a close eye on the data.
Constantly. Requires sophisticated analytics and reporting. And crucially, it means developing agile SEO workflows.
Agile workflows.
Yeah, process is to quickly test hypotheses and implement necessary changes rapidly in response to updates. Maybe adjusting content, tweaking technical elements, refining keyword targeting. Having these processes allows you to pivot quickly, stay effective, adaptable, and maintain your competitive edge even when the ground shifts. #tag outro.
So what does all this mean for you, our dedicated listener, trying to navigate this complex world, this deep dive into B2B SEO for 2025?
Well, it's shown us the landscape is definitely more complex. It's more nuanced, for sure.
But also, for those who really embrace this evolution strategically, it seems it's more rewarding than ever before.
Absolutely.
It's abundantly clear, isn't it, that true success here isn't about quick fixes or tactical hacks. It's a strategic, long-term commitment.
A marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. A commitment to unwavering quality, a deep empathetic understanding of buyer intent, and, maybe most importantly, an unshakable adaptability to constant change.
Well summarized. So, to recap those key takeaways, B2B success really hinges on a few critical pillars now.
Okay, let's hear them.
You must deeply understand those evolving digital buyer journeys overwhelmingly online now. This demands crafting highly targeted, authoritative content. Especially dynamic formats like video and unique original research, they're proving incredibly effective.
Video and original research are key.
Definitely. It also means leveraging AI wisely, mostly for automation and efficiency, remember, not offloading your creative distinctiveness. Avoid that sea of same.
Right. Automate the boring stuff.
Exactly. And relentlessly optimizing that technical foundation is non-negotiable. Remember, too, those low-volume keywords can be incredibly high value in B2B. And high-intent visibility. That's just the starting line.
The real win is building trust and nurturing.
Precisely. Building profound trust, diligently nurturing leads through flexible engagement, recognizing not everyone is sales-ready immediately. The future demands proactive investment in video, smart AI integration, continuous learning, agile adaptation to stay ahead.
That's a powerful and really actionable summary. And it brings us back to something Robert Rose said, that CMI strategist, about organizational inertia and that fixing things trap.
What was his quote?
He said, many marketing challenges are caused by institutional momentum, by just trying to do things or endlessly fixing things. And his advice was simple but challenging. Stop doing some things. Stop trying things. Do things.
Powerful advice. Stop trying, start doing.
Exactly. So as you reflect on your own B2B SEO and content efforts right now, maybe ask yourself, where are you simply trying or just maintaining the status quo without real strategic intent? How can you create the space maybe by stopping some less effective efforts to make a deliberate decision to do something truly remarkable and genuinely elevate your B2B content strategy in the year ahead? That's your challenge.